California Law and Business Free Exam. One. If a PACE property tax payment becomes delinquent within the fiscal year. A. The county tax collector may assess a 10% penalty and may assess related costs. B. The property is subject to foreclosure and may become subject to the county tax collector's right to sell the property at auction. C. If the delinquent payment continues past June 30th of any given year and defaults, the county tax collector may assess penalties of 1.5% per month, 18% per year. D. Every last one of the above. Answer, D. The PACE laws are bristling with financial terms to guard against misadventures by salespeople and contractors as well as owners. Truth in Lending Act rescission rights apply when A. Any loan is signed for any home improvement work. B. The dollar amount of the contract exceeds $20,000. C. A home improvement salesperson procured the contract. D. A non-purchase lien or security interest is taken in the consumer's principal dwelling. Answer, D. The Federal Truth in Lending Act provides a 3-day rescission, cancellation, period for home improvements that are to be financed and involve a security interest in the buyer's home. Three. A general contractor is hiring an electrician to install receptacles. The general contractor has never worked with this particular electrician before. What should the general contractor do? A. Hire the electrician right away based on his assurance that he is able to do good work. B. Watch the electrician install a receptacle. C. Have the building inspector watch the electrician install a receptacle. D. Have the ohm meter turned off. Answer, B. The best way to find out if a job applicant knows how to perform a task is to watch the applicant do the work. Four. What is the minimum height for license numbers on most contractor vehicles? A. 0.5 inches. B. 0.75 inches. C. 1 inch. D. 1.5 inches. Answer, B. The minimum height for a contractor's license number on their commercial vehicles is 0.75 inches. Exceptions exist like 1.5 inches for certain specialties. Five. How many claims over $2,500 can an individual file annually in small claims court? A. None allowed. B. 1 claim. C. 2 claims. D. 3 claims. Answer, C. Individuals in California are restricted to only 2 small claims court filings exceeding $2,500 annually. Filing no, 1, or 3 high-value claims does not comply with state limits. Six. How many weeks of military caregiver leave are allowed under California law? A. 12 weeks. B. 20 weeks. C. 26 weeks. D. 52 weeks. Answer, C. California law aligns with federal regulations allowing 26 weeks of military caregiver leave to care for a seriously ill or injured family member in the military. Seven. Which of the following statements about a registered home improvement salesperson, his, is incorrect? A. And his may represent multiple employers. B. Employers must notify the CSLB in writing before hiring in his and when employment ends. C. And his registration expires 4 years from the last day of the month in which it was issued. D. And his must be at least 18 years old, and there are no education, residency, or experience requirements. Answer, C. His registration expires 2 years from the last day of the month in which it was issued. A new law was passed that allows his to file a single registration with the CSLB and represent more than one contractor. Contractors are required to notify the CSLB in writing before hiring in his and within 90 days after employment ends. Eight. When should a contractor's licensing information be given to a homeowner for a home improvement project? A. Once the work has started. B. At the end of the project. C. When requested by the homeowner. D. Before the contract is signed. Answer, D. One reason that contractors are required to include their license numbers on business cards and other forms of advertising is so that consumers can confirm that the license is active and in good standing, and that a license bond and workers' compensation insurance policy, if required, are in force before signing a contract. Nine. Which of the following statements about advertising is correct? A. All advertisements must include the contractor's name, address, and telephone number. B. The address of the CSLB must be on all advertising. C. Contractor must have a license number to advertise. D. A contractor's license number must be on all forms of advertising. Answer, D. Advertisements must include the contractor's license number but not the contractor's name, address, and telephone number or the CSLB's address. Answer C is not correct because unlicensed contractors may advertise if the contract price of labor and materials is less than $500 and the ad mentions that the contractor is not licensed. Ten. PACE assessments are secured by A. A lien on the property. B. State funds. C. Federal funds. D. The owner's cash deposit. Answer, A. This means that if the property is sold, the remaining PACE assessment balance would typically transfer to the new property owner automatically. But because the property is subject to a lien, the obligations under the assessment contract might also be required to be paid in full before the property owner sells or refinances the property. (11) Following the completion of a home improvement project of a major phase of construction and upon payment, who is responsible for signing a labor lien release? A. Homeowner. B. Contractor. C. Each worker. D. Subcontractor. Answer, C. The reverse side of many waiver and release forms will include a statement like, the undersigned have performed labor for wages on the project described on face of form and have been paid in full to date. There are lines below the statement for individual workers to sign and date the form. If a contractor has $200,000 in revenues and $150,000 in total expenses, their net income is A. $50,000, B. $150,000, C. $200,000, D. $350,000. Answer, A. With $200,000 in revenues and $150,000 in total expenses, the net income is $200,000 to $150,000 equals $50,000. Net income is revenues minus total expenses. Where are small claims court cases first filed? A. Superior Court, B. County Clerk's Office, C. CSLB Office, D. State Appeals Office. Answer, B. To initiate a case, small claims court filings are first submitted at the County Clerk's Office in California, not Superior, CSLB, or appeals offices. Which document is required to legally issue a stop notice with a construction lender? A. Permit copy, B. Contract copy, C. Stop notice bond, D. Notice of completion. Answer, C. For California contracts with a construction lender, a valid stop notice requires a stop notice bond valued at 125% of the claim. Permit, contract copies, and completion notices are not mandatory. Which federal law protects veterans' reemployment rights after returning from service? A. USERRA, B. ADA, C. NLRA, D. OSHA. Answer, A. The Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act is the federal law that protects veterans by guaranteeing reemployment rights when returning from military service. Thank you for watching.